Hello, hello. Welcome to my live. This is Lisa with Journey with the Cars. I have one person on. Hello. Welcome to the live. I'm going to give it a few more seconds before I start. Again, my name is Lisa. Welcome to Journey with the Cars. Subscribe, comment, like, and hit that thumb button. Tonight, we're going to be talking about what's really going on with the trucking industry. Drop in the comments where you um, texting from and what kind of truck do you drive. You don't have to give your company name. Just tell me what kind of truck you drive. Is it a day cab, a log truck? Tonight we're going to be talking about the log trucks or your day cab trucks, your just any kind of truck you drive. Or you can ask any questions about trucking. Our topic tonight is going to be about trucking. Okay, you drive log trucks. Do you drive long distance or local? So, what made you interested in driving trucks in the first place? Especially the log trucks. Most people are afraid of driving the log trucks. And how long have you been driving? Oh, you like being home every night. Would you drive long distance? I was afraid of it for years, but now you love it. Okay. Did trucking turn out to be what you expected to be? Have you always drove log trucks or did you drive anything else besides log trucks? Okay. So do you drive for a company or are you an owner operator? What was something nobody warned you about before you started driving trucks? Okay, you're an owner operator. And do you think truck driving school prepare drive enough for the real life? Because I think it's only 4 to 6 weeks. No, you don't think they prepare you enough. So what are you saying? You have to get out there and kind of get in there and learn as you go, or should the schools be a little longer? Would you still choose trucking today? I feel like it's a job that you have to really be passionate about because you have to drive for yourself and the other people as well. How have the business got you started and who started it? And growing up around the log trucks, what's your earliest memory? Well, I know today is everything is much different than it was years ago because of the half diesel prices. The insurance is much expensive than it normally used to be, and then you have all your like DOT inspections, and they even said that the freights was really low, but someone was saying that the freight prices is picking back up, and that's a good thing to kind of offset your diesel prices. Well, did you like it at all while you was out on the driving long distance versus local? You was always afraid of it. And what's the hardest lesson about learning in the business being that you are owner operator? Okay, so what type of truck do you drive? Is it Peterbilt, Western Star? Everything's done. Yes. Yeah, everything has gotten really expensive, especially the insurance. I think it go up every year. So, what type of truck do you drive again? And is it your favorite truck? And what's one of the best engines for hauling logs? Because I know everyone have a specific kind of truck and specific kind of engine that they like to run hauling the logs. Okay, you have an international. Is the motor international as well, or is that the truck? So is the motor Cummins, a Detroit? And for that, what kind of trailer do you need? Pole trailer? Uh, is it a specific kind of trailer you have to have for the log truck? Or you like the common engines? I think those the only engines that you ever purchased, because you've been in it for since 2012. Have you always bought just Cummins? You like the Cummins, okay. So what are the rates versus now versus a few years ago? Are they better? Are they worse? And then we'll talk about the insurance. I think the insurance is a little cheaper being over the road versus, oh, you have to have a full boat trailer, log trailer. Okay. So what about the insurance? Is it cheaper with the log trucks, or is it more expensive being over the road, doing like flatbeds and driving like drive-ins? Hi there, Miss Loretta. Thanks for joining in. We talking about the trucking tonight and stuff. And I'm gonna talk about like women in trucking. Do you think more women are entering in the trucking industry? Yes. What challenge do the women driver face in this industry? You think the men more harder time? I thought about it, but I was like, no, this not for me. Loretta, would you drive the trucks? The pay not the same. Yeah, it's totally different now. Would you start driving trucks at this point of life? Because I know some people retire and then they enter into the trucking business or start driving trucks. Yes, indeedy. I think you can have that part. I have a friend girl as well, Melissa. She also drives log trucks, and she says she love it as well. She went to school and been driving ever since. I think she's been driving log trucks. So does my daughter, and they've been doing it a couple of years, and they absolutely love it. Do you think someone should buy their own trucks or just maybe lease on to a company because of the diesel being so expensive? Because I don't think people really understand that, the sacrifice that the drivers make and the hardest part about being away from their families. Oh, you think they should buy their own? Yeah, I think it has its perks of having your own versus being leased onto a company. But it's a lot of misunderstanding about the trucking life. You got on the road, you gone away from home, you miss birthdays and holidays, and then you have to deal with all the stress and the mental health people that's out on the road and not driving safe. Then finding a good driver is also hard. Would you give advice to a woman that's interested in a truck to go out and buy her own truck? Yeah, everyone, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, what's the one thing you wish somebody told you before entering the trucking company? And what keeps you motivated to stay in the truck? Because, like I said, I know you've been in it for, you would take a chance. Yeah, I think it's a very tough job. Me just seeing people out on the highways and seeing my husband and daughter out there, it's a lot. Loretta, would you go to truck driving school at this age? Yeah, it's a lot of ladies out there now. I think they dominating the trucking industry right now. Do you think truck keep you under a lot of stress being out on these highways with these people not paying attention? And do you think the rates are still decent? Not at my age, but if you would at a younger age, yes, it do. So, what's the biggest changes you've seen in hauling logs over the years? Loretta, do B want to drive trucks again? So, Shadaris, are you being able to find parking spaces at these truck stops now? I know a lot of people talking about the truck stops still be full and you can't find places to park at night. And we was talking about women in the trucking. Are you seeing a lot of women at these truck stops driving trucks? Shadarius? You see a few. Women's are just as good as a man. You right about that. I think most of these women's drive probably better than most seasonal men's and stuff. Okay, I'm getting a lot of more people hopping on. So, Purple Rain, do you think more women are entering in trucking industry since you just hopping on? And what's some of the challenge do women face in the industry since you're a woman and also drive log trucks? Hi, cousin. I see you done hopped on at ZUKO9511. The people make it tougher. Yeah, I believe it. Purple Rain, so what advice would you give women interested in log trucking? Back Backing was the most challenging part. Yeah, I believe it's challenging when you have, especially when you load it with the logs on the truck. Or do you guys still think trucking can provide a good living? Shadaris and Purple Rain? Or would there be another job you guys would like to do, even though, the diesel is expensive and the insurance is expensive? Will you drive a truck at ZUKO 9511? For sure, you got to see it through while it's slow. Would you be interested in driving a truck at some point? And for the truck drivers, if truck can disappear tomorrow, do people realize how much America would stop? And what would you guys do for a second job if you no longer were able to drive trucks? And what keeps you guys motivated to stay in the trucks, given that everything is very different than it was 10 years ago? Oh, you love to see women driving trucks? The money and the bills keep you motivated. Was it stressful to be out there driving on these roads? And do you think the truck driver get enough respect on these highways? If you can find 10 more women like your daughter, you'll have more trucks. Oh, that's sweet. So what's a typical day like in the trucks, and how many loads you guys average a day? Shadaris, how many loads you normally get in a day? And where are you located right now? I know you out of state in the truck, so where are you now? Are you still in Tennessee? No, I don't. Shadaris, you like being in the truck? Oh, you still in Tennessee, in London, Tennessee? Well, Snoop, I thought you was going to Alabama. Are you having a hard time finding places to park? It's very stressful when people are always pulling out in front of you of a loaded truck. I can only imagine. Yeah, they don't give these trucks the respect that they need and stuff. Well, Purple Rain, do you want your own truck one day, or you like driving, just driving and not wanting the responsibility of having your being your own owner operator? Snoop, are you going to get you a truck, or are you going to continue to drive for a company? Because, like I said, everything is really expensive right now. If you would go out and purchase one, you're going to have a substantial amount of money for your down payment. You have to have your insurance. You have to get your, you don't know, you have to get all your paperwork set up. You have to form your LLC, or you have to get your authority set up, which isn't expensive. It's only a couple $100, unless they done change the price on that. It's been so many years since I did that. I don't even know the exact price on it. Snoop, have you been seeing a lot of accidents on the interstate, given that it's been raining in so many different places? And I'm gonna let you guys get off this live in a few minutes. I'm gonna close it out. I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time, because I know everyone have to get up and go to work, and these truck drivers have to go to sleep. But again, everyone, you haven't subscribed, subscribe, comment, and hit the thumb button. Do anyone have anything to say before I close the live out about trucking, about DOT inspections or stories? three on one side. I don't know. So if no one have anything else to say, I'm gonna end the live, telling everyone good night and thanks for being on the live. If no one else have anything to say, and again, thank you guys. You want to give a shout out to all the truck drivers? Loretta says she giving a shout out to all you truck drivers, and be safe on these roads and interstates. And if that's all said, again, my name is Lisa with Journey with the Cars. Be great, subscribe, and tell everyone else to subscribe and comment. We the best. That is funny. Okay, everyone, have a good night and thanks again. Bye bye. Be great.